Hi my friends, how are you? I hope everybody's fine. My name is Daniel Villarino. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's now May and is running the monthly challenge in the group Amigos por el Torno. I am going to put the link in the description. And this month's challenge is to make an object in wood, turning an object in wood, which has incorporated in some way another material. I haven't seen videos from Jim Olson, and I'm going to put also a link to his YouTube channel in the description over there. And he's using this material, it's called Milliput, and I got 3 boxes of it, one in white, black and terracotta, and I'm going to use probably a couple of these colors to make the inclusions in the bowl that I'm going to make. I don't know where you live, but I think it's available in the United Kingdom, and also I got it in the United States using Amazon.com, so no problem there. The idea is to make a bowl, and I am going to use this piece of cherry, which is 10 inches in diameter and 2 inches thick, and I'm going to make sort of like a dish, very simple and hopefully elegant shape. And in that dish I'm going to make the design. The idea is to use a type of wood that doesn't have too much grain patterns, so that there is no distraction of the design with that, and also the shape simple enough to let the design to be the highlight of the piece. So that is today's project. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to work. With the compass, I mark a circle where I will make a mortise where I will span the big jaws of my jack. With the tip of the skew chisel, I shape the mortise border so that it will match the dovetail shape of the jaws. I make a recess where I will later glue my logo coin. On this side, I will not finish the piece yet. I just will sand up to 320 grit to then work in the design. I locate and mark the plate center. With the help of the tool rest placed at the right height and the indexing system of the lathe, I begin to draw radiuses that will be 30 degrees apart. The lathe axis has 12 indentations with a circular shape separated exactly 30 degrees one from the next. When the screw is introduced and rotating the axis by the hand, you can make the screw to engage in one of those indentations. Then you remove the screw just enough so the axis will rotate again, and slowly rotate the axis until the screw will engage in the next indexing position. There you introduce it all the way to fix the lathe in that position. And so you keep repeating the process until you mark the 12 positions. I mark a reference circle. The intersection of this circumference and the 12 radiuses will mark the centers for the holes that I will make. I make marks at 1/2 and 3/4 inches from the circumference to draw some other decorative elements of the plate. The Forstner bits have a brad point that is very useful to center the perforation in the point one wants. I use a 5/8 of an inch bit and make perforations, one line yes and another no. I have the tool rest placed in such a way that the brad point of the Forstner bit coincides with one of the radiuses. That way, only by moving the axis to indexing positions, I am ready to make the next perforation. Now, I am going to use a 3/8 of an inch bit to make smaller perforations in the radiuses I skipped.
¡Aire, aire! ¡Vamos allá!
consecutive perforations have different diameters, it is not convenient to place a new perforation at 15 degrees from the radiuses of the previous ones. That position will give the aspect that the new perforation will be located closer to the larger and farther from the smaller. To solve this issue, with a small straight piece of paper, I mark the distance between the borders of two adjacent perforations. In the center of that distance, I mark the centers for the new perforations. This will be located in such a way that its borders will be equidistant from the borders of the adjacent perforations. Now I use a half an inch bit to make medium-sized perforations centered between the larger and the smaller ones. I use the parting tool to make several groups. I use the reference lines that I made towards the internal side of the group of perforations as the external border of those groups. And the lines that I made towards the exterior of the group of perforations as the interior border of those groups. I marked the location of a central decorative circle and ring. Then I deepen them with the parting tool. Where possible, it is always convenient to sand to define better the borders. Before putting any putty, I will give everything 2 coats of sanding sealer. The epoxy putty can cause skin irritation. Just in case, it is convenient to wear disposable gloves. This epoxy putty comes in 2 components. It is when both are mixed that it hardens. You mix them in equal proportions. What you did not use to mix, you can wrap back in the plastic foils for storage. The instructions indicate that you mix both parts for approximately 5 minutes, or until you cannot see any color streaks, and from there you mix them 1 more minute. A way that for me is quite effective to obtain an homogeneous mass is to roll it between your hands. Then fold the roll in 1 or 2 places and roll it again, and repeat this process several times. It is important that the end result has an uniform color and looks like an homogeneous mass. I'm going to put black epoxy putty in the central perforation, in all the big perforations and in all the small ones, and also in the most external and most internal of the grooves in the decorative ring. If you get black putty where it should not go, you have to remove it so that you avoid mixing it with the white one. You have to make sure that the putty will fill well each space, that it will reach all the borders and penetrate in all the recesses. It is preferable that the putty is proud of the surface and not shy of it, forming a depression. To mix the white epoxy putty, it is convenient to wear new gloves so that it will not get contaminated by the black putty. In the case of the white, there is no color difference between the bars, so here it is even more important to be careful in the mixing, to do it completely and by clock to ensure an homogeneous mixture. This putty hardens in a couple of hours, but to work it in the lathe and sand it is convenient to let it cure for a day. In this case it was 2 days until I had the opportunity to come back to the lathe. It is hard rock solid. Okay, back to turning. To work it, I am going to use carbide cutters, trying not to be too aggressive. Removing the excess, we begin to see better the design. One final pass, and from there sanding and finish. This Milliput accepts sanding and finish even better than the wood. And here some special visual effects from the area of the circles. Only remains to glue the logo coin in the recess. These beautiful coins were made in www.coinsandpins.com. I will put a link in the description. Okay, my friends, I just finished making the bowl in cherry with inclusions of Milliput, and I think it came up pretty nice. It has some small defects, like for example here, I don't know if you can notice there is a small dent. Is probably a bubble that remained in the Milliput, and I didn't notice until it was already finished. So perhaps next time I can go a little deeper, because I still have material to work more. But this time I think is nice the way it came up. The lines, I believe, can be more defined, probably with a sharper parting tool. It will define the borders better and sanding the borders better. But all in all, I cannot complain. This is the base with my coin logo there. So this is my entry for the monthly challenge of May for the Facebook group Amigos por el Torno. If you allow me now, I would like to show you some of the pictures that I have received from the subscribers. These boxes in Iroko, Canarian chestnut and mulberry with redwood and Iroko were made by Nemesio in Tenerife, Canary Islands, Spain. Beautiful boxes, Nemesio. This clock with a rudder shape was made in lenga wood by Juan Carlos from San Martín de los Andes, Neuquén, Argentina. Excellent, Juan Carlos. 3 pencil holders made with wood pieces and resin, one of them using a corn cob, and another one made in Iroko were made by Jose in Murcia, Spain. Very nice pencil holders, Jose. Center, black locust mate. Left, yellow carob goblet with prisoner ring. Right, chanar wood goblet, also with a ring. All made by Mati from Santa Fe, Argentina. Great work, Mati. This cemented bowl in pine and Iroko with the slightly shifted rings was made by Jose Luis in Zamora, Spain. Impressive design, Jose Luis. And Luis in Matehuala, San Luis Potosí, Mexico, made this box with finial in mesquite wood and this lamp base in pine and red cedar. Beautiful pieces, Luis. And now some pictures of the plate with epoxy inclusions. Okay, I hope you enjoy these pictures, and I think they are really nice. And also I showed there some of the pictures of this finished bowl. I hope you enjoyed the video. If that's the case, please mark the like button down below, make comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so. And it will be until the next one. Cheers!